Hi Blues, this is Saumit Talks Chelsea and welcome back to another Transfer Talk video on my channel. I have noticed that the Transfer Talk videos are the most liked and viewed videos on my channel, and I'm really grateful for all the love and support you guys are showing to my growing channel. It really means the world to me when you guys like a particular video because it tells me that you guys are liking the content that I'm putting out for you guys. So for this particular video, I have a challenge for you. Let's see if we can cross 10 likes on this particular video. So what are you waiting for? Give this video a like right now. Anyways, I have so much transfer news to bring to you guys. So like always, without much further ado, let's get started. So Blues, the first bit of transfer news that I want to bring to you guys is regarding a player that we have been following for a few weeks now. This particular deal is advancing at a good rate and it looks like this deal could be finalized this particular week. So let's jump on to Twitter to see the latest developments regarding this player. Let's go. So Blues, Absolute Chelsea brings us news from Nathan Gissing, who is the owner of CFC fan page, one of the biggest Instagram Chelsea pages out there, and is also very reliable too. He says that Chelsea have opened communications with Ousmane Dembélé's camp through unofficial channels. Nothing has been agreed yet, but Thomas Tuchel really wants him. Also, Ben Jacobs, who is a really reliable journalist, says that there is certainly a growing confidence, especially with PSG bringing in Campos, the new director, who isn't as intent on signing him as Leonardo. Chelsea have made contact, one to watch next week. Also, Mirror Football have tweeted it out that Chelsea director Daniel Finkelstein, who goes on Twitter by the handle Danny the Fink, likes tweet begging for Blues to sign Ousmane Dembele, and Marca, who are not very reliable but they're really big in Spain, say that Dembele is one step away from signing for Chelsea. And lastly, LDN Football, which is also a massive Chelsea Twitter page with almost 230 followers, say that Ousmane Dembele's agent has been meeting with Chelsea. Tuchel has spoken to Dembele several times, and Chelsea are currently leading the race. And we are getting really closer, and it's only a matter of time. So, Blues, for me, this particular deal is an absolute no brainer. It's not often that players of Dembele's caliber are available in the transfer market, that too for free. So, I definitely think Chelsea wouldn't want to miss out on this particular opportunity. I mean, I know he's injury prone, but I think we need to take the risk on a player like Dembele. I think he would come good for Chelsea. Personally, I think Dembele is a generational talent. He has excellent dribbling skills, he has excellent vision too, and he has an eye for goal scoring and assisting. Just imagine the type of balls he would be putting in for attackers from the right wing spot. Also, once we sign Dembele and then Koundé later on in the window, just imagine how overpowered the right hand side would be at Chelsea. He would have Koundé at right centre back, Reece James at right wing back, and just ahead of him, Dembele at right wing. It would be too OP. Also, the fact that Tuchel really wants him is a major plus for me. We haven't been able to give Tuchel what he really wants. Most of the players that he's been coaching are from Lampard's era. The only two players that he got were Lukaku and Saul, and I don't think these two players also were his first choices. So it's really important for us to support a manager like Tuchel. If you look at managers who are currently available in football, there is no one better than Tuchel. Only the likes of maybe Guardiola and Klopp are out there, but there's no one better than Tuchel in my opinion. So it's really important that we support Tuchel in this transfer window and give him the players that he wants. And let's hope to see the here we go for Dembele soon in this week. Let's keep our fingers crossed. So Blues, the next player that I'm going to be discussing in today's video is one of our own. There has been a mixed review from a fan base regarding his performances recently. Some want him to be sold this summer because he has been given too many opportunities and he is very injury prone, while others want him to stay and fulfill his potential. Before I give my views on this particular player, let's see the news regarding him on Twitter. So let's go. So Blues, Christian Falk, who is the head of football for Sport Build and Build Sport and is really big and reliable in Germany, says that it is true. LFC is interested in Christian Pulisic as a replacement for Sadio Mane. We know that Mane would be leaving Liverpool this season and is mostly heading to Bayern Munich, and it appears that Liverpool might be interested in Christian Pulisic as a replacement. Matt DeBono, who has replied to Christian Falk's tweet, says that Chelsea have to avoid this. They cannot be selling, and if he's sold to a direct rival, especially Liverpool, it would be really bad. He has a feeling that Christian Pulisic would flourish at Anfield. And lastly, H. Grimes, our transfer queen, has said that yes, Klopp is interested in Pulisic, but like reported, Boli wants his American fellow to remain at the bridge. Personally, I think it would be a bad idea to sell Pulisic to Liverpool. I definitely think Chelsea would be looking to challenge City and Liverpool for the Premier League title next season. And if we sell Pulisic to them, it would further strengthen Liverpool. and that's definitely something not Chelsea would be hoping for. Also, I definitely believe the potential that Pulisic has, but his time at Chelsea has been marred with injuries and inconsistencies. He has been sidelined for major parts of the last 3 seasons, and once he's able to put some performances, he becomes inconsistent again and he misses sitters. I remember the game against Leicester recently where he missed an open goal chance to make it 2-1 for Chelsea, and also he missed some chances against Real Madrid too. If he would have taken those chances, maybe we could have been in the semi-final. For all you know, maybe we could have even reached the final and won it, but that's all speculation at this point. And also, we should not forget that Pulisic has just 2 years left in his contract. So if we try to sell him now, he will be able to get his maximum transfer fee. If we try to sell him a year later, we might not be able to recoup as much transfer fee as we are trying to get now. And if he runs on his contract of 2 years, then we would be letting him go for free. And that's definitely the worst case scenario. But realistically, I definitely think Pulisic isn't going anywhere. With the new American ownership, they know how important Pulisic is for their American revenue. Pulisic has a major fan following in America, and if they lose Pulisic, they would lose major part of their income and fans too. So I definitely think, from a business point of view, this deal would not happen, and Pulisic would stay at Chelsea. Let's hope Pulisic regains his post-lockdown form under Lampard, where he was really vital and scored some really good goals. I am rooting for Pulisic, and let's see what happens in this transfer window. Blues. The last bit of transfer news that I want to bring to you guys is regarding two current Chelsea players. They are Romelu Lukaku and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So let's jump on Twitter one last time and see what the latest developments regarding them are. Blues. Pice brings us news from J. Bird Telegraph, who is the chief football correspondent for the Daily Telegraph and the Sunday Telegraph, so he is very reliable. He says that Romelu Lukaku wants to quit Chelsea. Chelsea will demand a 20 million loan fee and an option to buy, which covers the remaining fee they bought him for. Chelsea will only consider a deal if it works out for them. And the Sun report that Inter Milan want Loftus-Cheek from Chelsea for bargain 17 million, but Italians prefer loan as they target Lukaku transfer. Blues, personally, I'm just fed up with this Lukaku situation. Every couple of days, we get some update that Lukaku wants to quit, and there's just too much negativity and drama around Chelsea Football Club. There's no need for this. I personally feel Lukaku was the worst transfer in Chelsea's history. We spent 100 million on him, and that's definitely not a small amount. And there are some positive signs that Inter are looking to buy him back. So I think it would be a good deal for Chelsea if we can loan him out for 2 years at 20 million, and after the end of 2 years, there's an obligation to buy for 70 million. This would mean that we would recoup most of the 100 million that we paid for him. And I think overall it would be a good deal for Chelsea. I remember when we had signed him, there were some slogans like Rom back and that he is a missing piece in the jigsaw puzzle at Chelsea. And people like even comparing him to Didier Drogba. I think it is absolutely disgraceful to even keep him in the same sentence as Drogba. Lukaku doesn't have the mentality and he's not even 10% of Drogba. So it's just disgraceful to compare both of them. But anyway, let's just hope that there's some resolution regarding this Lukaku situation because this is getting messy and it's just adding more negativity and drama at Chelsea Football Club. Now, coming to the Ruben Loftus-Cheek news, personally, I'm at a point where I would be okay if we sell RLC this summer. I think he has been at Chelsea from 8, 9, 10 years, and the only time he showed his true potential was during the Sarri era, where he had a good run of form and he was scoring some good goals. But then he got injured, and I think he was sidelined for more than a year because of that. And after that, he had some setbacks, but now under Tuchel, he has been given chances. But personally, I think if we sell him, we could get some much better options. There are options like Rice, Chouameni also available, and I think if we can sell RLC for somewhere in the region of 25 to 30 million, obviously not 70 million that Inter are hoping to get him for, I think it would be a good deal and a good addition to the summer transfer budget. Let me know in the comment section down below if you would be ready to sell RLC this summer. That's it, Blues. That's all the transfer news that I wanted to bring to you guys. Before leaving, I would like to request you guys to like this video and do consider subscribing if you haven't already and turn on your bell notifications so you won't miss out on any of my future uploads. Until next time, take care, Blues, and see you soon. Goodbye.